And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of Supergirl Season 4, Episode 3. Gotta say right off the bat before I begin, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode because this is a doozy, and so you've been warned. Alright, so basically, if you watched last week's episode, the ending kind of suggests that now the Earth's atmosphere is now affecting with kryptonite. Now, pretty much, Supergirl cannot fly into space or anywhere near the clouds because the Earth's atmosphere has kryptonite, air into it. Just like how Monel couldn't be there when it had lead. So we all know what happened, how they got the technology. But in this week's episode, we got to meet a new character named Bill Lakewood. I believe that's his name, yeah. Bill Lakewood. Anyway, he turns out to be the new, the new bad guy that's going to be coming up. So, let's talk about this episode because honestly, this episode is pretty deep. So when you first meet him, and he's also played by Sam Whitworth. Yeah, he's the actor from Smallville who played Doomsday. He's also been in Star Wars stuff. Very good actor. Anyway, so he plays a professor, simple man, He's got a family. He has his father who owns like a scrap metal factory where, companies take his scrap and make buildings out of it. And, he lives a simple life. He's a professor. He teaches, history, if you will. And then you start seeing things manifest from him being this humble guy to somebody who kind of snaps out of nowhere. And you do see him slowly progress and changing who he is now. And then when we first meet him as this new vigilante kind of person, the guy with the golden mask who kind of really hates all aliens, including Supergirl, who teamed up with Mercy and her brother last week, but we didn't know who he really was and why he became this. And it was pretty good. I mean, like, you really do see him go from this normal guy having, pretty simple, probably a happy life, ups and downs obviously with bills and all that stuff, but just go completely upside down. I mean, he loses his father in an accident because of the whole invasion with Rain versus Supergirl, obviously, and of course, the year before that, he had to deal with his house being destroyed because of the whole alien invasion with Monel's family, and he sees like these aliens are a threat, and he keeps telling people to like be cautious. It's not the American way, and he tries to hold it in, but then he realizes, like, you know what? Can't take it anymore. And then he decides to become basically a supervillain. And like I said before, what I like this episode the most is because it really focuses on his character transitioning into the bad guy, basically, because they couldn't have just done like, oh yeah, here's a tragic backstory, here's how it began. No, they slowly progressed. The whole episode was literally in the past, focusing on different, from season 2 all the way to season 3, and how he went from being normal to being betrayed and being a lot angry when these aliens came down on Earth and have these powers of the gods and basically do whatever they want, and the government doesn't want to help the humans. Very good episode. I highly recommend you checking it out. I think this is my second favorite villain origin story behind the whole DS thing from last year. I think it's my second favorite because I didn't expect this to be really, really good. And then the ending happens where you get to see him in costume, and now you know why he's like that, and how he really hates the aliens, including Supergirl, and he was really responsible for the kryptonite going into the Earth's atmosphere. So now Supergirl can't breathe on Earth without certain little help, and that's where we get to see her new suit. Her new, space suit kind of is going to help her breathe in Earth while Lena Luthor tries to figure out a way to take out the kryptonite from the Earth's atmosphere. So that looked cool. At first, I thought it was gonna be, the bad Supergirl, which will be getting pretty soon. That's gonna be the main villain, but we won't get her till maybe after the, crossover. So right now, he's the new bad guy for now. So we're gonna have to deal with him for a little bit. But great episode. I highly recommend you watching it, and you will enjoy it. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.